All right. We are back here at Song of the Day, coming to you from the Rock Cave. I'm your host, Mark Pierce. It's Thursday, Thirsty Thursday. For those of you who are thirsty, it is. Hope you're all doing well today. What'd you think yesterday? Wanderlust Wednesday. A little bit of Dire Straits coming your way. That was a good one. Been listening to that record for the last just over a week or so. I got a list. I got lists everywhere. I had a lot of choices for today. And I kept going back and forth. And I was like, what am I feeling? And that's what happens. Sometimes things just get pushed behind. Sometimes things get brought ahead. Just kind of what your mood is. Because, sometimes you're in the mood for something. And I don't know. I was in the mood for some classic rock. And so I pushed away a bunch of stuff and said, we'll do some of that stuff later. And so I was listening to a classic rock station on Pandora, and I was going through some of the songs, and I was like, let me check this out. And as it would turn out, tomorrow is the 47th anniversary of the Eagles' release of their 5th studio album, Hotel California. 12/8/1976. The first one with Joe Walsh. The last one with Randy Meisner. We all know what happened there, if you've seen the documentary. This is a great record. I mean, we could spend a lot of time on this record, and we're not because, too much talking. But number one in the U.S., Grammy for the record of the year for the title track. New Kid in Town won a Grammy for arrangements. It lost to Fleetwood Mac's Rumors for record of the year, for album of the year. 3 singles off this puppy. There could have been a lot more. I don't know. A lot of those songs they play, even though they weren't singles. 26 million copies in the United States, 32 million around the world. What's up, rest of the world? Got no love for the Eagles. Rolling Stone magazine, love-hate relationship with them. I did subscribe to them. I gave them my money from age 16 to 26 or so. So, in that regard, fine. But they listed this as number 37 of the top 500 albums of all time in 2003 and 2012. 37 is respectable. Apparently something happened in the next 8 years, because in 2020... it slipped to number 118. I don't know what to say about that. I don't know what I'm saying, but anyway. This is a great record, like I said. The cover of this record is the Beverly Hills Hotel, where they spent a lot of their newfound fame time, and that's kind of where this record came out of, some of the stories from what was going on there. Glenn Frey, they say, came up with the story in talking to Don Henley, saying, we're going to have this character where he kind of comes in and out of different scenarios, and Don Henley was like, I want it to be like the Twilight Zone. So that, that's the kind of thing that came to be for the song Hotel California, with its famous 2.5 minute dual guitar solo with Don Felder and Joe Walsh. Which is considered one of the greatest rock and roll songs of all time. We'll get back to that in a second. This record, I stand by the saying it's way better than number 118, I think. But what do you got for songs on here? You got, look at side A. You guys even know what side A is these days? It's the first side of the record. Drop the Needle. You got Hotel California. That's a 6-minute song. How'd they put that on a 45? What's a 45, you say? New Kid in Town. Love that song. That's a great song. That was one of the singles. And if you don't listen to that song enough, you're going to start doing that this week, because that's a personal favorite of mine. Great song, New Kid in Town. Life in the Fast Lane. Of course, that's the one all over the radio when I was a kid. It was just like, oh man, that is an amazing song. To this day, when that comes on, I sing all the words, turn it up. I don't change that. Do you? Still love that one. Wow. I mean, it's so good. The lyrics on that one. Anyway, Wasted Time, and then flip that record over. Wasted Time reprise. Victim of Love. How come that wasn't a single? Pretty Maids All in a Row. That was played in all the concerts. Try and Love Again. Another great song. And The Last Resort. Another great song. I think this could have been, there could have been some other singles on there. What are we doing for Song of the Day? We're going to do Hotel California. I think New Kid in Town was up there, and so was Life in the Fast. It could have been any of those, but Hotel California is iconic. Again, one of the greatest rock and roll songs of all time, hands down. What's up with the Steely Knives? You guys know what the Steely Knives? That's a nod to Steely Dan, who put in the line, "Turn up the Eagles, the neighbors are listening" on their song Everything You Did. And they were digging Steely Dan. They respected them. They liked the boldness of their lyrics. And that was a straight up nod to Steely Dan. If you didn't know that, now you know. And if you don't know what Steely Dan is named after, you're going to have to look that up. Same with Mellow Yellow. Anyway, I digress. But Hotel California, what is that? When you hear those first few guitar strings, do you still listen to it or do you change it? What are you in the mood for when you hear that one? Have you heard that one so many times you don't want to hear it anymore, or are you still good with it? I'm still good with it. But I think it's great. So that's what you're listening to today. Revisit it. Revisit this whole record. So many great songs on this one. Saw the tour. Hell Freezes Over. They're doing their final tour like Kiss. So check them out if you haven't already. But this is a great record. 47 years. You got 3 years that we do the 50th. So maybe we could get Randy Meisner. Get Don Henley to come on, because he's a happy guy. So have a good one. Listen to this record, Hotel California. Crank it up. And as usual, I'll catch you on the flip side.